know we're a little bit early today, but I just felt like doing it. It's your boy BOOGOTTINYC, and like I always tell you, you could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. Today we have what you guys have been seeing on the queue the whole time because it's been up since last night. Yes, Hochul The Jokul. Yes, we're talking about our governor, Kathy Holkum, who has posted that crime is down moments after a lady was set on fire in the subway. That's just one of the topics today that we're going to be covering. Also, I don't know if you know, but if you're in the New York or tri-state area, you're going to be spending a little more money now because the judge rejects the halting of the New York City congestive prices. It takes effect on January 9th. That means that if you're going to be driving past 60th Street in Manhattan, you're going to be paying to go downtown to and fro. Also have two people that were slashed at Grand Central Terminal train station. So this is why it's crazy to me and why I'm staying on this topic, because of the fact that how is it possible that you're trying to implement congestive pricing in order to influence people to go on the trains when you got people getting burned, people being robbed, stabbed, and slashed? I don't understand the alternative and what your reasoning is, Governor Holcomb, which is the reason why from day one I wasn't even for her being the governor. And I also think that she should resign. Not the only person that thinks that. It seems that she's inflating numbers and inflating what's really going on in the state, and that's not true. That's not true to what you should be doing. I'm not trying to get in any trouble. I don't want any political beef, because things like that definitely happen. So let's just get into the stories. If you guys like, I'd like for you to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Also, if you like any of the merch, www.drinkbigdrip.com. 2 G's, 2 P's. Let's go. Also, the reason I am utilizing Fox right now is because there are not a lot of other broadcasts and a lot of news companies that are covering this. I know a lot of people don't like Fox, but some of the information you may want to retain because you need to know everything in order to assess what's going on. So please, let's not beat me up about Fox.
Let's get reaction now from former NYPD Lieutenant Darren Porcher. Lieutenant, this infuriates me. Nothing more, though, than the words of Hochul, governor of this state of New York, before and after actually bragging about safety in the subways. And I'm going to read after the attack and after they arrested this perp. Here's what she said. A suspect is now in custody for the horrific incident on the F train. Our brand new security cameras helped law enforcement find the suspect and arrest him. Well, it didn't.
So again, this is another thing about like what I said yesterday, ATF, after the fact. Our brand new video cameras were the reason that he got caught. No, it wasn't. No, it was. It was some teenagers that noticed him on the next train that called and got him caught. Had nothing to do with no, look it up. There were some teenagers that saw him, called the police and said, this looked like the guy that did it. And that's how they got him. Had nothing to do with the police, because the police were standing there watching this horrific act take place as the man was standing there fanning the flames so that the flames could get engulfed even harder.
Stop this woman from being killed. Everything she does, everything that's done by her district attorney, a lot of the stuff that's done is just reactive. It's not proactive. It doesn't stop the crimes from being committed. It doesn't stop people from getting killed.
And I don't want to take credit for this. I'm just being straight up. I'm tired of cameras, tired of low patrol, because if people see things are being looked at and people are really there to take care of the situation, 9 times out of 10, they're not going to do it. If there was a police officer in the train station or a couple of them that were riding through, especially with this elevated amount of crime that's going on, and then the $3 price tag that goes along with getting on the train. Some people can defend themselves and some people can't. But who wants to go to gladiator school when you're trying to get to work?
David, you're absolutely right. You're closing the gate after the horse has escaped. We don't want to arrest anyone. The base case scenario is us to be preemptive in law enforcement and prevent an attack from occurring. A lot of that evolves around omnipresence, meaning having uniformed officers on these platforms in these train cars so they can set forth a precedent that there's a level of safety in that subway. That's not happening. Unfortunately, the governor is not reading the room, and she's tone deaf when you speak to the testaments, the comment.
This is the reason why I do not think that Kathy Holkum should be the governor, and also our commissioner, who said that she's scared to go inside of the train station, should not be the commissioner. I mean, we as men, we're scared to go to a lot of places, but you know what? We're going to go and we're going to do what we got to do, because that's what we do. And that's how we protect our people and our families and you, people that don't like us so much, that man hate and want to put these, I'm going to say it, women in positions that they're not supposed to be in. Straight up. Especially when it's certain women that live off of feelings and emotions and stuff that have nothing to do with the bottom line structure of what government has and what government needs. Now, I'm going to go a little light on you, Kathy, because you're in my same state and you can probably do some things to me, so I'm going to fall back. But a lot of people are calling for your resignation. And I am definitely one of those people that are pioneering for it. I wish I could be the governor myself. Not to be on some vanity stuff and not to be showing out the way that some people would take that. But no, to do the right things and act the right type of policies and put the right type of systems in order to help the people.
That she's making in terms of crime being down and the subways being safe. There's a lot more that needs to be done. And fortunately, Tom Homan, who's going to be the incoming border czar, had a sit down with Eric Adams, and it seems as if the two will have a cohesive arrangement.
So we got to go around Jokul Holkum in order to make stuff work. And I got to be honest with you, if you're watching, I mean, looks like a clown. If it looks like a clown and talks like a clown and acts like a clown, 9 times out of 10 it's a clown.
Moving forward, as a
only reason she got the job, remember, she was not voted in. Cuomo was put out. He was kicked out. She got reelected because she was already the governor. And you got to remember something, people. When you got this woke stuff going on and you got all this stuff going on about free this and free that, you get a weak government. And when you get weak government, you get war, you get people thinking, oh, let's test them, or let's test those other people, or let's do what we weren't planning on doing for a whole bunch of years, because there's nobody really there to protect. Look who's at the helm. We got a Sleepy Joe. We got Kamala Harris, don't know what she's talking about doing, or making up speeches of her own, and got her own speech company. Whoever writes her speeches can't stand her. And then we have other people like Holkum, who's in play of a major state like New York. Should not be played like that. We don't need people like this at the helm of government in severe times and in very important days that we're in. Let's keep it going, y'all. Let's keep it going for the rest of this.
A lot of blame to go around. It's not just the governor. There's also DA Alvin Bragg has been so busy dealing with Donald Trump and things and Danny Penny, who was prosecuted by Bragg for trying to save somebody in the subway. I mean, just try to wrap your head around that. While women are being burned to death in the subway, this one guy steps in, tries to prevent violence from being done on fellow passengers, and he's the one who's prosecuted. I mean, this city, and again, it's not just New York. You see similar things in Chicago and LA, wherever you have these kind of no bail laws and all kinds of rules that make it easier for the criminals to prey on the innocent.
So again, that makes me think, like, why should I? Like, it makes you think, like, why should you help somebody if they're in dire need, like Daniel Penny? Same situation on the train. He helped somebody. Actually, the person that was being held down passed. Simple fact that he had to go through court. He had to go through all of this stuff instead of looking at it like he was trying to defend and help people because there were no police there.
You know, I can't agree with you more, Dave.
So what they want you to do is let the crime happen, let the people muerto or go, and then talk about it later, and then use her new video cameras and try to locate these people after the fact. And still can't locate them. High school kids that were just hanging out probably at a pizza shop were the ones that called and got them caught.
David, when we look at what happened in Manhattan in relation to the Manhattan DA prosecuting Mr. Penny, it was clearly a miscarriage of justice because Daniel Penny was a person that was willing to step in and assist people that didn't have the ability to protect themselves. Daniel Penny stepped up as opposed to stepping down. But it sets forth a bad precedent in that people or common citizens would not be as willing to step in and help the needy because there's a fear of being prosecuted by the DA's office. So as we move forward, we need to uphold the social contract, but we have a radical district attorney in Manhattan that doesn't see it that way.
One other thing that's breaking the social contract is the opinion of a lot of the people on the left coming out in support of the accuser of murdering this United Health CEO. And they're even lionizing him on television shows. I want to play a couple of sound bites.
Yeah, we're not doing that. We're not going into Mangione. We're going to just keep it going on our topics, but we appreciate the information. And yeah, this part right here, I got this from Trish Reagan. She's basically saying that Holkum should resign. And I agree with her. I don't even want to use it, but I'm just going to, I think we covered that a little in depth. I think we did pretty good on that topic. So I'm going to just keep it moving because it's a very, very important topic. It's something that I definitely want to make sure that we're shedding a light on. But I do want to move the news around to not just so much New York. I want to take it to a couple of other places. So we're going to go to, where are we going to go right now? Let's go to Wendy's. Okay, let's check this out. You guys are not going to believe this. It's not too much going on, but when something happens, I like to cover it and make sure that everybody's understanding what's happening. We got one person left with life-threatening injuries following a shooting in a Jacksonville Wendy's.
It happened a few hours ago when a person was shot at the Wendy's on Jacksonville.
Sorry about that, y'all. You know, we get commercials sometimes.
$453,000 in a single month as an affiliate marketer without.
It happened a few hours ago when a person was shot at the Wendy's on Jacksonville's north side this afternoon. This is video of the scene where police have taped off the whole parking lot. So this happened around 2. One person was transported to the hospital in serious condition. Jacksonville Sheriff's Office will speak any minute now to give us more information, and we'll bring you the briefing live. Here's a map of where it happened at the Wendy's fast food restaurant off of New Kings Road, just north of I-295. News for Jacksonville.
I need a little bit of help on this. So, okay, Jacksonville what? Is that Jacksonville, Tennessee, or Jacksonville what? Jacksonville, Miami, Florida, what? I mean, it says Northside Duval County. If anybody knows, could you please help me out? I really would appreciate it. I want to know what they're talking about. Hey, Noraldine, how you doing? How everybody doing right now? Let's keep it going. I don't know what Jacksonville is this. It might just be me, but help me out.
Reporter Chris Will joins us live in the area near the scene. Chris, JSO is getting ready to speak.
Yeah, they just stepped up to the podium right now. We know a lot of viewers were sending us questions, asking about what happened. We saw multiple people drive by asking us what happened. So I want to go right over to JSO right now for that briefing to give you some details about this incident at Wendy's.
All right, good evening. I'm Christopher Smith, the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office Robbery and Violent Crime Unit. Today, around approximately 2:15 p.m., officers responded to the 9,000 block of New Kings Road in reference to a shooting. Upon arrival, officers located an adult male in his early 20s, located inside the vehicle with at least one gunshot wound. The victim was transported to a local area hospital with life-threatening injuries. Our initial investigation revealed the victim parked at a local area restaurant. He appeared to meet up with one of the suspects. After meeting up with the first suspect, an additional suspect came up, and that's when the shooting occurs. And then the 2 male suspects fled the area in a white Kia sedan. The white Kia sedan fled northbound on US 1 towards Nassau County.
Sounds to me like some type of deal gone bad. One guy meets with another one. The other guy gets in the car. Somebody gets out and pow pow. Yep, sounds like that's what happened.
A short pursuit did occur. However, the suspects are still at large at this time. The first suspect can be described as a black male wearing a beige hoodie with black pants. The second suspect is a black male wearing a black hoodie with orange pants. And the third suspect is a black male wearing a camouflage hoodie and black pants. The suspect vehicle can be described as an early 2010 model white Kia sedan. Currently, our crime scene detectives are processing the scene across the street, as you can see. Our robbery and violent crime detectives are currently talking to witnesses and watching video, trying to get evidence. As with any investigation, your assistance in this investigation is crucial. We ask if anybody has any information, you call us at 904-630-0500. or online at jsocrimetips@jacksheriff.org.
904. Is that Miami? I think that's Miami, actually. I mean, it was Florida, rather. Jacksonville, Florida. Okay, I figured it out. I have figured it out, y'all. It is definitely Florida, Jacksonville, Florida, where this happened. Like I said, we want to keep it moving and keep on going to not just one place and concentrate on everywhere else. But I do have to do this again because there is a lot. I don't know. It's like I'm living in a melting pot right now, and we have to just report the news that's there. So here goes some more news from New York. And it's terrible news. It has to do with the bottom line here. The judge that rejected halting the New York City congestive prices. It takes effect on January the 9th. So Governor Holkum has put in for congestive pricing for the state. This means that if you want to take your car from your home and go below a certain point, you have to pay a new toll. This toll might be $9 extra. And that's because they don't want you to drive into the city. They would rather you take mass transit. Have we not been doing the research and all of the homework on what's going on with mass transit? I mean, unless you're going to take the bus, I have not been seeing a lot of stuff going on that aspect as far as traveling on city buses. But as far as the trains are concerned, from what you and I have been researching, it's like every day. And there's no limits to what the crimes could possibly be or happening to people. When I hear someone been set on fire, actual flames, it's ridiculous and it's unheard of. Not only that, but then when it comes to not being able to put the fire out, help the person, just a whole lot of stuff comes to mind. And I know you guys are thinking the same thing. I can't get the lady off my mind. I'm sorry, I just can't, because it's just impossible to bear and to understand that something like that could happen. So for our governor to want more people to stop driving into the city that feel safer in their cars, to take the mass transit and have to deal with stuff like that, it makes me wonder what she's thinking and what's her real agenda. Hochul, Jokul.
A big blow for opponents of congestion pricing tonight. A judge refusing to pump the brakes on the controversial plan set to go into effect on January 5th. And as our Duarte Geraldino shows us tonight, may have been one of the last evening rush hours before the gantries go live.
Come January, drivers heading into Manhattan could be paying more. Completely against it. Dennis Collins hopes the courts will shut down Governor Kathy Hochul's controversial plan to cut gridlock and push more people onto trains and buses.
My mom's in New Jersey, so...
Now you heard that. I mean, it's bottom line. And push more people onto trains and buses, making it more crowded and more aggravating for more possible issues to happen. Got to bring this back so y'all can make sure that we hear this.
Duarte Geraldino shows us tonight may have been one of the last evening rush hours before the gantries go live.
Come January, drivers heading into Manhattan could be paying more.
Completely against it.
Dennis Collins hopes the courts will shut down Governor Kathy Hochul's controversial plan to cut gridlock and push more people onto trains and buses.
My mom's in New Jersey, so a lot of times I gotta borrow my car, and I live on the Upper West Side. I hate congestion pricing because I'm gonna be coming in and out a lot, so it's gonna cost me a fortune.
4 groups filed lawsuits to block the plan: the United Federation of Teachers, New Yorkers Against Congestion Pricing Tax, the Trucking Association of New York, and Staten Island Borough President Vito Fossella. A federal judge said no to all of them. But Staten Island is not backing down. In a statement, Fosella's office said, "Our claims that congestion pricing violates the Green Amendment, federal NEPA, and the Commerce Clause continue to be heard."
So this is another thing that's going to be coming down on the working class, another bill you have to pay, and after a while, oh, whatever, just pay it. What you going to do? And this is the sad part. What can we do? There's nothing that we can do about this. We just keep on paying and paying and paying and paying. And like I said, the subway is $3, $2.90. That's why they're not adding the 10 cents, because then they would just put the maraschino cherry on top to really show you how bad it is. Oh yeah, $3. And basically it's like a game of war, like a maze. Let's see if you make it to the other side to get to where you have to go when you ride the MTA. What's going on? Ad Victoriam. This is about a revenue deficit, not congestion. They're trying to make up gains for spending so much on immigrants. They're trying to make up, let's go off of that. I like that. Ad Victoriam. Ad Victoriam. What's that? G8 Barbershop? What's up, man? 100. If I'm wrong, please fix it because I'm not good with Roman numerals, but I appreciate you. Ad Victoriam said this is about a revenue deficit, not congestion. They're trying to make up gains from spending so much on immigrants. Spending so much tax dollars on immigrants, money that you've already spent. So now you got to spend more money that you've already spent. Okay. V3. Yes, sir. Yeah. Money that you've already spent, though. This is money you've already spent because it's tax dollars.
Still, the chances of blocking the plan are slim. A judge in White Plains recently rejected a similar request from Rockland and Orange counties. Their last hope now lies with a case in Newark, or a possible intervention from President-elect Donald Trump.
Hey, everybody in New York, write letters to Mar-a-Lago. Think I'm playing. Write letters to Mar-a-Lago immediately. What we want to do is, even if they try to slip this law in, as soon as he come in, let's tell them to get rid of it. Tell them to call us whatever they want. Call us what you want. Let's see if we can get Trump to get rid of this, because they not.
Who has been vocal about his opposition. The MTA's position is that this is a win for everyone. It released a...
The MTA's position is that this is a win for everyone. Everybody that worked for the MTA.
Statement that reads in part, congestion pricing will finally tackle gridlock, clear the way for emergency vehicles, and cut down on pollution. It benefits both drivers and transit riders.
How does it benefit transit riders? How? Let's say it does. More people down there, people getting more aggravated, stressed out. But if you have a car and you want to get to and fro, and you don't have to do that in any other city, any other place, all of a sudden, let's put another tax on them. It's the working class, whatever. What they gonna do?
Honestly, I think there should be fewer cars and more horses and carriages walking around the city.
These new tolls apply to Manhattan below 60th Street.
Congestion pricing starts at a $9 base toll on Sunday.
$9 base toll. $9. They're keeping it nice and thick. So you could think, $3 for the train or $9 to drive. And then you got to pay that going back to people in Staten Island. They pay about $23 to $25 to go to Staten Island and to come to the city. And then remember, if they're going past 60th Street to go to work or deliver packages, it's even more than that.
January 5th, right at midnight on the Upper East Side. Wednesday through Alpino, Fox 5 News.
So yeah, January 5th at midnight is when this gets implemented. And I have to, just like I say all the time, we got to put the maraschino cherry on top and show you another situation on the subway, which just happened on Christmas Eve, where 2 people got slashed.
The busier train stations in this.
The best moments deserve the best eggs, especially when they're Eggland's Best. It tastes so deliciously fresh, with better nutrition too. We love our eggs any style, as long as they're the best.
Bananas, man. These people are crazy, man. I can't believe this. I just can't.
In the city, we do know that police were quickly able to arrest the suspect, but that suspect also had multiple prior arrests. Here's what we know of what happened yesterday evening. It was around 10:15, according to officials, on a northbound 456 train platform when the 28-year-old suspect approached a 42-year-old man. They got into some sort of argument over what, we don't know at this point, but it was then that he slashed the man in the wrist with a weapon and then ran up nearby stairs. Then, according to officials on the next level of the train station, he slashed a 26-year-old woman who was...
So yeah, get that $3 ready, or the $9. It's up to y'all. Or just make sure you have real combat wear. Like, you have to put on like some type of clothes where it don't even matter. Like, might as well wear a helmet nowadays. Because if they slashing you in the face and slashing you in the arms, what are you gonna do? Like, what are the options that we're given right now? So that's why I say retire, get rid of Kathy Holkum. We need a new governor. We need somebody that's going to be stricter on laws, help us out much better, and not try to force us and corral us to do things that's not safe, and then try to sell us on, oh, New York crime is down the same day that the lady actually was set on fire. This is ridiculous. Ridiculous. How many of you guys ever been on the New York City subway? Please let me know. How many of you have ever been on the New York City subway? And tell me what you think about it. Ben N said, how about they just invest in easily accessible, safe and clean public transportation instead of charging people to drive into the city? Safe and clean. I got you, man. And free, ad-free YouTube. Ben N, no ad block. What, you 60? So what? Hey, let me ask you guys a question. What's that? Jesus crust, fearmonger, Jesus crust. You're selling us on fear. Okay, anyway, whoever is happy to be here and appreciates the content, I would appreciate for you to like, if you like the content. You could share it as well, and you could subscribe. This way, my videos and my notifications get out to much more people, and I can get a better following and much more subscriptions, and hopefully a better demo, because that's what I'm going for. Tell you guys straight up and down what I'm trying to do. Get to more people and get the most possible information out. And if you don't agree, like some people here, then I totally understand. Who's that? Jesus crust. He's trying to say that I'm a fear monger as well as selling us on fear. So Jesus crust. Let me do something I haven't done ever. I'm going to be the first person that I've ever removed from my messages. And if I could get rid of you, I'm actually going to do that too. Because honestly, I don't need you here. You know, I don't normally do it, but let me get you up out of here. Since you're not happy here, you seem like one of the people that are just gonna keep on trying to spread negativity. So yeah, let's just do that. And now Jesus crust is no more. Goodbye, Jesus crust. Have a good day. What else we got going on here? We got a lot going on here. Okay. I'm from the Bronx, and I see addicts smoking crack in the cars and the platforms, Anthony Knight said. And I seen that too, Ant. I seen that too, bro. Mister, I would never live anywhere as congested as New York City, let alone somewhere that the locals have pressured the government to disarm their victims. Who said that? Yeah, Mister, you're right. Ad Victorium, yeah, doing the mugging, but now he out, right? Jesus Crust was doing the mugging, but he gone. Yeah, he better go ahead and try to set up a new YouTube channel in order to jump up in here, because he ain't gonna be able to come up in here no more. Mister said, nah, man, this isn't fear mongering. This is facts. It is. It's bad. Anthony Knight said it's bad, not exaggerating. The guy saying fear mongering is an agent. He probably is. Morales Antonetti, hello, what's up? Voracious, definitely a Republican, looks himself in a bubble. Who's that? Might be talking about me. Be careful, because I learned how to get people up out of here, y'all. I just learned, because y'all was patient and y'all waited there with me. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna tell you the truth. Let's keep this going a little bit more.
Standing near a turnstile, and he slashed her in the neck. He then tried to escape, according to the NYPD, heading up an escalator attack here at one of the busier train stations in the city. We do know that police were quickly able to arrest the suspect, but that suspect also had multiple prior arrests. Here's what we know of what happened yesterday evening. It was around 10:15, according to officials, on a northbound 456 train platform when the 28-year-old suspect approached a 42-year-old man. They got into some sort of argument over what, we don't know at this point, but it was
that could have been the 42-year-old man seeing something or hearing something and trying to be like, yo, bro, you know, you shouldn't do that. You whatever. The reason I'm stopping at this point and saying that, we can't do that no more. Because 9 times out of the 10, you got to remember, your younger generation, they have no guidance. They're not going to listen to you. Yo, OG, yo, old head, who are you to be talking to me? Are you crazy? And now you and this guy got a problem. So that's why it's so iffy on why and what. You got to be careful. You got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them. You got to be careful knowing who you thinking about, who you're going to be approaching, talking about stop doing something, because next thing you know, it could be something like this that escalates and gets even bigger. Because these kids is crazy out here.
Then that he slashed the man in the wrist with a weapon and then ran up nearby stairs. Then, according to officials on the next level of the train station, he slashed a 26-year-old woman who was standing near a turnstile, and he slashed her in the neck.
So I'm fear-mongering, but what did that 26-year-old lady do? You heard what this other nut was saying a couple of, before he got kicked out of here? I'm fear-mongering, but it's the truth. So he slashed somebody on the train, ran up, exited, and slashed the 26-year-old lady? Oh my God, they crazy. You got a new subscriber with me, man. Thing is, New York City is safe for the suckers victimizing. We gotta really protect ourselves. Yeah, because we can't afford to leave. You're right, Justin. You're not stopping anything. Oh, you back. Talking about reality is better than ignoring it, Mr. Most can't afford to leave NYC. Justin, yeah, you're right. Mr. That's doing something. Most people can't afford. I feel you. That's their problem. Anthony, New York City is officially Gotham City. Ooh, yo, I thought I was the only one thinking this. I gotta read all this right here. Anthony said New York City is officially Gotham City, a bunch of jokers and two faces, but no Batman. Yo, you gotta put that in the rhyme. That's fire. That was fire. That's fire right there. Gotham means pig pen. Hey, if it is what it is, let it stink. If it stinks like a pig and acts like a pig, it's a pig. Ad Victoriam, the worst part of New York City has a concealed carry ban. Terrible, right? Don't you wish you could just carry it on your waist and just let everybody see just in case? Mr. It's going to get worse. London is a good example. London, they say that they can't even have weapons, but I know that they do. They definitely do.
He then tried to escape, according to the NYPD, heading up an escalator, but other subway riders, witnesses to the incident, were able to point him.
I haven't asked you guys, but can we get some likes going? I appreciate it. You see, I'm saying all your comments. Normally, just so you guys know, normally you have to send in a donation for the host to say your comments. I don't know if you guys know that. I don't do my channel like that because I like to interact with you guys. And I even play around with other people who try to, do sneaky stuff and play jokes and all of that. But all I really would appreciate is if we have 175 people in here, can we get more than 10 likes going up in there? Can we get more than 10 likes? I appreciate it. Let's get like 3 more. Come on, I ain't greedy. Anybody. I'm not stopping the live. I'm not going nowhere. Yeah, can we get a couple more? That's 11. Come on, let's go. We can do it. You can do it. Come on, y'all. Come on, show some love. There we go. Come on, let's go. There we go. There we go. There we go. I'm gonna say everything you put up here. Come on, give me some likes. I got you. I'm gonna go right back to the comments and I'm reading everything, even if we already spoke. Let's go. Come on, let's get some more likes going. I appreciate that, y'all. Appreciate that. We're gonna get some activity going on out here. I think somebody got a joke on me down here, but we're gonna read it anyway. All right. So what we got? Justin, U.S. cities. NFTY sense truth, Mr. Yes. It is. Haha. William A. Lopez. We need a real life Batman in New York City. If we get a real life Batman running around New York City, people going to be going crazy out here trying to mimic him and everything probably, right? And then start to beat other superheroes. Justin Pierre. London doesn't carry guns. Yep, you're right. They have switchblades and knives and stuff. Ad Victoriam, Mr. is right. Justin, nobody's scared of British people. How about... Oh, yo, Justin, how about when Ari Spears makes fun of British rappers? Check that out. And so if y'all want to laugh, check that out. Ari Spears making fun of British rappers and drill rappers. Mr. I've been there a bunch of times since the 90s. I've watched in real time. Justin said London isn't Ooh, Mr. I'm comparing mega cities. London is a small town compared to major U.S. cities. No, it isn't. Y'all going back and forth. Y'all got it. Unbroken. Looking like Ray Lewis. I'm amazed, and I've traveled more than you have, Justin. William said, you can't be the new hood news. Why I can't be the new hood news? Because I make sense. Double tap that screen, y'all. I appreciate it. Oh, that's all they got to do is double tap the screen to give me a like. Come on now. That's all they got to do. Double tap that screen. I ain't even know about that. Nobody's scared of nobody in London. Mr. said, Justin, you don't know, bro. Double tap, y'all. Come on. I'm going to double tap it with y'all. Come on. Double tap. Double tap the screen. 1, 2. Come on. On the count of 3, everybody double tap the screen. Y'all ready? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, no one listens. All right. But like I always tell y'all could have went anywhere, but the fact of the matter that y'all came to chill with me, I appreciate you. So till tomorrow, first of all, what I would like for y'all also to do is go onto the website. Check out www.drinkbigdrip.com. Check out the merch. Got the fitteds, hats, puff shirts, whole bunch of stuff. Also, we have the Big Drip itself. Raspberry, grape, lemon, 14% alcohol by volume. Big flavor, big taste, big punch. Big Drip. All you need is 1 can. Tastes delicious. Trust me. Like I always tell you guys, you could have went anywhere, but the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. So till tomorrow. Get 'em! 1.